The first time I read the script Greenland, it really struck a chord with me because what I loved about it, it was really about humanity. Yes, it's about this huge spectacle of a comet to hit the Earth, be the next extinction event on the planet Earth, but really it was a look at humanity from the inside out and about this family who are in turmoil and in crisis themselves. I really see it as a monster movie. You know, Clark as this comet that at first is supposed to be this beautiful shiny thing that's going to fly by Earth, the closest and ever in history. Everybody's having Super Bowl parties until they realize things change trajectory and it starts to enter the atmosphere and starts to pelt the Earth in fragments, that the monster is here and now it's this thing that they're running from. But what's really interesting about the storyline, and I loved about the script, is there's really two monsters in the movie. It's not only the monster Clark, but it's humanity itself. There was only one person I wanted to make this movie with to play John Garrity, and that was Jerry Butler. Our experience together on Angel Has Fallen was extraordinary, and very excited we're about to make a third movie together after this. And you know, the thing about Greenland, it was so striking to me. It was never about a husband and then the sidekick of a wife and a sidekick of a kid. It was really equal value of a husband and a wife and a child. So we knew that the Allison role was extremely important to find this perfect chemistry and pairing with. And we talked about a number of actresses, but in the back of my mind, I knew there was only one pick, and it was Morena Baccarin. You know, Morena brings such warmth and complexity to her roles. There's a fierceness to her that you would want her on your side if you were in hell and, you know, the odds were against you. And yet there's a love and a nurturing that you realize that this movie is not about a husband trying to win his wife back. One of the things that was a daunting task was to bring the military aspect to the movie. What you're seeing is the way that we saw in Hurricane Katrina or we saw in other major disasters, that a lot of the times we have to rely on the U.S. Air Force to mobilize and to get people out of harm's way. And this becomes a national thing as the world is trying to hunker down and figure out how to survive this extinction event. And so in the script, we have the U.S. Air Force mobilizing planes to pick up families at airports and fly them to these secret bunkers in Greenland. And you either fake it and it's all CGI, or you get lucky and you get the United States Air Force to come in and understand what we're making here, and they would just open the doors for us. This is all because of Lieutenant Colonel Nathan Brashear from the U.S. Air Force, who really saw what we were making, a movie about humanity, and that we weren't going to characterize the U.S. Air Force, that we wanted to show them as human beings as well, sacrificing their own human bodies, their own family safety to get others out of harm's way. Yes, it's in the action genre and the disaster genre, but really it's a human story. It's a story about us as mortals, you know, people that aren't bulletproof or superheroes or big action stars. It's about us, who we have our own demons, we have our own hardships, our own struggles, things that we're trying to find redemption for. And we get to relate to that through these characters.